no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy. We shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine. The moment is, run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me. It's West. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleep in my life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics, don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown, that's the bling with the blow, what the team is about, champions. You can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, just no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean.
Good afternoon. Welcome to South Shore Sports Complex here near Tampa, Florida. DR7 Tampa is underway. Saturday pool play action ahead of us. We've been welcome to the DR Sports Network. I'm Adam Sandoval with Coach Rob Kaufman. Coach Rob, we've been here all since the early morning, and we're finally here midday in the peak of the day. Ahead of us is a 12U matchup, 12U pool play matchup between the MFTK Spartans and let me find the final team. The Showtime Blue. Showtime in the blue this week, today. I mean, Rob, we've been able to see a couple of teams so far today. Just talk about what's it been like seeing so many teams here, 114.
Yeah, it's been an outstanding day, and I think we said before this, it's all of 80 degrees, and the sun is sitting right on us. We got to hydrate as announcers over here, but it's been a beautiful day of football, starting at 8:30 this morning all the way till right now. 12U matchup, just outstanding as the age group starts to pass just a little bit more. Just the routes are a little bit more crisper. I'm just excited and fired up. We're outside today. It's beautiful weather, sunny Florida, sunny Tampa, Florida. I cannot wait to see this matchup.
You have 12U matchup again. MFTK Spartans so far. Let's talk about where they've been at today. They've already played 2 of their pool play games. They're 1-1. They played Villages Stampede earlier. They lost a close one, 10-12. I was at that game. Very close, back and forth. The only thing I would have noticed is their defense was lackadaisical per se. The coach after the game was really preaching them, saying your body language and all those little things do matter. And they were able to put it together and win in their second game of the day. You know, they beat Manatee 7v7 as well. So now they're trying to get this third win and be 2-1. Now, as far as the as far as their opponent on the other end, the Showtime All-Stars. Showtime All-Stars only had one game so far, and they beat 9-4-1 Elite. So this will be their second game. What are you looking forward to in this 12U matchup, Rob?
Well, being the second game, you've already got the first game out of the belt. You know, you're ready to go for this second one. You got all the kinks out. Hopefully that you got them all out. And as a third game, you're trying to finish strong. Like you said, 2-1. You're trying to end this day with the best seeding that you can get, while the other team's just trying to really just get started. So I'm looking to see just the ball being aired out, just really athletes making play. We've had a great day of football, and this one's going to live up to the hype that every other game up to this point has done.
Right, and coming into this game, we'll be able to look at where these teams are from. Coach Rob, you're now in the Florida area as well, so you know a little more about the powerhouses. I guess we got a little bit of Florida. A little bit Jacksonville versus Orlando. Just talk about the type of athletes that come out of these both areas. Predominant, strong, athletic players.
It's just the Florida region is just swimming in athletes. There's athletes all over the place. It's kind of like when you think the Texas, the Californias, the Georgias, the Alabamas, places like that. But Florida, every region has it. From Jacksonville, which is up north, there's a lot of great football there. Going against the Central Florida team from Denellen here, and it's always a rivalry. You think of like Houston, Dallas, Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa. There's all big rivalries that you want to put on for your city and then put on for your region.
All right, we're going to sit it down to the sideline. Our sideline reporter, CJ Gilbert, on standby for this game. CJ, leading up to this game, what do you look forward to?
Yeah, I think the main thing I'm looking forward to is just like you said, guys, you got Jacksonville and Orlando going head-to-head right here. I know I got a chance to see earlier MFTK. They did pretty good. Number 10 there, one of the receivers, top receivers. He looked really good. And then over on the other side, of course, you got Showtime. Got a chance to see those guys. Their quarterback is, Hunter Fico. He's a really good quarterback. He can get it down, sling it down the field and things like that. So I'm anticipating some early, offense in this game, and then end it out with some really scrummage type defense. So it's really going to be a really good matchup.
All right, thank you, CJ. As both teams get ready, getting the final instructions from the referees. Let's talk about this 12U division so far. They've been on full throttle mode so far. We're nearing the ending of the 12-pool play action today. So, like we said, this game is a good part for seeding. MFTK wanting to be finished 2-1, and potentially Showtime All-Stars. They want to go 3-0. Top leader so far, leading 3-0, is Team Elite All the Smoke Next Levels, Tri-County Elite Gold, Tampa Flex. Already started the day 1-0 as well. So, a lot of heavy hitters showing up ready to play ball already in the 12U division.
Yeah, the 12U division is always very, very competitive. Each division is very competitive. With these pool play games, obviously you want to get into a rhythm. You don't want to fall too far behind to where the road's so hard to climb. But even if you do end up 2-1, 1-2, 0-3, that there's nothing saying you can't go to the championship game from that. So you got to learn from mistakes. Coaches really filling out the roster a little bit, how they're playing this weekend. Saturday is very important to set you up for Sunday. You can make your road either extremely hard, difficult, or less difficult.
Yeah, earlier I talked to Mark as well, and he talked about the TD2. Yeah, what you do today determines you might have to be up early in the morning. If not, you can probably get a little bit of rest as well. But also, be sure you're tuning in on all of our platforms on social media at DR Sports with a Z, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can catch the YouTube all of our championship and all of our live stream game highlights from any tournament in the past as well. We have scouts on standby as well on each field. Coach Nick Stats, Mark Henry, Coach Buckets, me, both of us, Rob and Adam, and even our guy CJ Gilbert on the field as well. Watching every game, finding out the top performers in each age group, and look for that content as well on the platform DR on Twitter as well. Stories will be going out all weekend long, so we got it, and that's all only here on DR Sports, on the DR Sports Network at a DR7 tournament as well. Let's see. Talk about earlier we had a lot of controversy with some of the teams that have played here before, and the rankings already going at it. And with this year, the 12U rankings as well, we have a lot of great teams going out. I know the MFTK Spartans are a team that probably wants to push for a ranking. Just talk about the type of big names that come here and who want to be in a ranking, in one of our rankings.
Well, as I'm looking at the field right now, if I was the coach for the opposing team on Showtime, I'd say the number 6 drive here. He looks like he's about 6'3", 6'4". These kids, you think that this is a 12U division, and some of these athletes are well over 6 foot. There's tremendous talent all over the place, and getting inside that top 5 is definitely bragging rights. But as we go later and later into the DR7 season, you got to have championship winners. You got to have people that have played good competition, like what we're about to see right now. It's all about playing good competition when you come here, especially as it comes to Saturday. You don't want your first really tough test to come on Sunday. You're trying to get that out on Saturday, beat some of these good teams, play against them to see where you stand.
Yep, in the 12U division, we'll go through the rankings. 2 teams are here in the rankings. They're in the DR7 tournament, which is Tampa Flex at 24K. So we might have a chance to see them as well on Sunday coming up. But send it right back down to CJ. A couple of tidbits coming from Mr. Gilbert. CJ, what's going on down there?
Yeah, just a quick little tidbit as far as a player to watch. You see number 6 right here that's moving with a brown beanie on his head. That's Kalen Jumpman Washington. Got a chance to see him in Davenport. He made all type of Jumpman type catches, one hand, two hand, no hand type catches. So I think he's one of those guys definitely that is going to be a guy that we're going to see here on our 12U pool play stream game. That's going to make some monster heck of some catches. Just a little bit of information right there because I know I see him in Davenport.
What you want to call? Heads is his choice. Heads is his choice.
It's kind of thank you, CJ, for that. Yeah, no hand and jump man. Big words to use there on an athlete, especially for the 12U division. So excited to see these teams go head-to-head. Coin toss is complete, and we're about to get started here on the DR Sports Network between the MFTK Spartans and the Showtime All-Stars.
Hey, CJ, as you're walking by number 6, and there's another guy, how tall do you think those individuals are right now? As you passed him, he looked like he was a little bit taller than you. You think that kid's 12 or 13 years old?
All right, we're going to get started up here in the 12U pool play game. MFTK Spartans in white, Showtime All-Stars in blue. Spartans will start off on offense first for the opening drive. Quarterback's first pass is completed.
Already have laundry on the field.
Let's see what the call is going to be. I believe it's going to be on the offense. Ball is not going to be moved forward, so it's going to bring up a second down. As CJ said, number 0, quarterback Hunter Ficco is taking the snaps to start this one.
I think that was another false start. As I've been over on this field, as your coach, you start to scout the refs too. I think they've had the most false start penalties. Obviously, the ref's calling what he sees, but the most false start penalties today have been from this field.
So Ficco gets his offense lined up. He's got 4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and a quad formation on the right. He's rolling out to his right as well. Plays it pretty quickly. It's complete, almost complete. It went through the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Now going to bring up a 3rd down from the Spartans.
I really love that play design. It's almost, if you're a defense coordinator, saying it's a pick play because all 3 receivers ran straight as I think it was the number 3 or number 4 receiver from the slot, or maybe even the running back ran out to the flat. So as a defense coordinator saying, hey, maybe it was a pick play, had a guy wide open, got to connect it.
MFTK Spartans got to regroup here. Big 3rd down, already facing a deficit, 15 yards to gain the first down marker. You see the Showtime All-Stars lining up, protecting the sticks. The farthest safety is on the line to gain. Ficco takes the snap, rolling to his right once again, throwing over the heads, and it's intercepted. No one's running with them down the sideline. Pick 6, touchdown, Showtime All-Stars.
He baited the quarterback on that one. The quarterback took almost all the 4 seconds there, threw it up, and then as you saw, the defensive back just good hands, grabbed the ball, and then scored a touchdown.
Yep, look at the DR Sports Network replay as Ficco pumps fakes and tries to layer it over the DB, but another DB was there to undercut it for the interception. That's number 2, A.J. Gunsby, for the pick 6 to lead now 6-0 with the extra point ahead.
A lot of times the strategy is if you get that interception, just go ahead and everyone celebrate so you get that penalty, so you get a chance to get the points, and you get a chance to try to score a touchdown on that one, so you kind of double up points here. But they let it, obviously he ran for the touchdown, so they're going to try to convert the extra point.
I agree with that one, Rob. The point system here is very, very rewarding for the defense. But here we have Showtime All-Stars lining up for the 2-point conversion, throwing to the back corner of the end zone, goes up, and did he haul it in, or did he get a foot?
They give it to him. Touchdown.
It's complete.
What a catch. What a toe tap on the air. He high pointed that ball. Quarterback put it where only his guy could get it.
What a job by the receiver to haul it in, and the flag too for pass interference, but it won't matter because the points count. Check out the DR Sports Network replay. What a grab. Put the foot in as well.
The dad was there to see it. He was the extra ref. I think he might have called it.
Impressive job, and Showtime All-Stars up quick.
He got a foot in.
8-0 over the Spartans.
What a toe tap. You think 12 years old, just toe tap in the back of the end zone, man. Football's evolved so well, the passing game. We're just throwing all over the field. What a pitch and catch by those two young men.
I have to say, I feel like these teams probably were watching our stream last week in Houston, because our 12U in Houston, shout out to TJ, had a one-handed catch in that game as well. So looks like they want to go head-to-head on some ESPN top plays.
Anything you can do, I can do better, right? Let's go week to week. That's what it's all about.
All right, Spartans returning back on the field on offense. FICO wants to get the offense rolling after the previous drive resulted in a pick six. Quarterback's throwing deep across the middle. Has a man. It's intercepted again.
They are baiting them into that. They got two safeties high, playing man-to-man underneath. They're just baiting that quarterback into these throws. What another interception on back-to-back possessions. What a defensive series we've seen.
But it looks like the flag is going to negate that interception. A holding call is the official ruling from the ref, so that's going to move the ball up 5 yards. So Spartans get away with that one, but not going to bring up a first down again with the extra 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I'd have to see the number on that one, see the replay to see what was called. It might have been on the slot receiver being held there.
Quarterback for the Spartans rolling to his right as well, looking for his receiver, searching, lets it rip, and incomplete blanket coverage by the Showtime All-Stars.
The defense the defense is playing very sticky. They're playing man-to-man underneath. I guess you don't mind a little pulling and grabbing by the defensive back there, because they are covering these guys up.
Then second quarterback checking in for the Spartans. That's quarterback Max Lowansowski. He's going to be the gunslinger now. Second down ahead for the Spartans. 2nd and 10.
I think if you think of the Spartans here, you need to run some mesh, some crossing routes, because you got man-to-man underneath.
4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, looking to his right, down the middle. That's it. Catch is caught and tagged immediately. The Spartans is enough for a first down.
I love that play design. Just hit it right before the safeties. It's there all day. They're crossing them up a little bit and then hitting one of those intermediate passes because the safeties are so deep.
So now a fresh set of downs for the Spartans. Now they're progressively moving down the field after the first drive. Trying to answer back quickly here to get onto the board.
They find a little rhythm now. That's all it takes, a couple of completions and you're back in the rhythm.
Lowansowski sends a receiver into motion from right to left, looking to his right. Goes and throws out for a completion and enough for another first down for the Spartans.
It's hard to play man-to-man for a whole game or a whole series, because what they figured out is they're just running crossing routes, they're running digs and out routes underneath a 9 route or a go route. So those are going to be open all day. I guarantee they're going to throw something to the flats here. Probably quarterback's going to roll out. They showed that before.
All right, fresh set of downs for the Spartans in the red zone for the first time today in this game. Inching close to getting their first points on the board. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Nowinski checking in with his coaches and making sure everyone's lined up. Correction, Lowansowski is the quarterback. Sowski looking. Pass is completed quickly. That's enough for a Spartan touchdown.
You go man-to-man, you get there. I was figuring they're going to roll out, but he almost did a half roll, but then he had an underneath route right there.
Great job by the Spartans to answer back pretty quickly to get on the board as they line up for the extra point, going for 2 to tie it up.
Big play here. You know what you're getting man-to-man. They haven't shown anything else with 2 safeties high. 2 safeties are almost taking themselves out of the play. So you got man-to-man underneath.
Lowansowski takes the snap, dropping back, throwing to the back corner pylon, goes up and gets it. It's complete. Extra point is good. That's to number 7, Nuke Anderson of the Spartans, and we're all knotted up. We're going to sit it down to the sidelines. CJ, we got a little back and forth ahead of us, don't we?
Yeah, some back and forth action right there, and that was a really good drive by Max there at the quarterback position and just trusting his targets. That was Mason Harrison for the score for MFTK. So we have a back and forth battle, like I said before, and I think it's going to be a really good finish here in the 12U pool play game, guys.
Thank you, CJ. Now Showtime All-Stars back on the field for offense. Going to start from the 40 for the first official offensive drive. all knotted up 8-8 with 17 minutes to go here in the 12U game.
One safety high here.
Quarterback rolls to his right, sets his feet, and it's completed for a catch. And there is a flag on the field, believe might be for an excessive push.
Yeah, like I said about scouting the refs, you get over here, and what I've seen from this ref as I walked around, nothing. Again, he's calling what he sees. Nothing against the refs, but he throws a lot of laundry on the field. So as a coach, you have to let your athletes know that this ref is going to call it. He's not really going to, for the most part, he's not going to let him play like maybe refs on other field might do.
One thing you got to give him props for, at least, is being consistent.
Yes.
So if he's going to call it this way all day, there's no reason for a complaint. So great job by the referees today so far. So, after the flag, the penalty moves the ball up to about the 20-yard line. Looks more about the 18. Showtime All-Stars lining up again. Half the distance to the goal already from where they started. Quarterback looking to his left. That's a fly. Quick pass falls through the hands of and incomplete, bringing up second down.
Yeah, I think if I was going to do that bunch left like they did, they had it a little tight. I think it's probably better, especially on 7-on-7, as you work them out a little bit more. You allow the defense to compress a little bit, kind of play an out-and-in type of defense in the secondary. So I feel like push them out 5 more yards, get your spacing. 7-on-7 in football in general is all about spacing.
Quarterback for the Showtime All-Stars is going to be number 11, Luke Starner, who is the gunslinger for Showtime. Starner takes the snap over to his right. Quick pass once again completed for another completion. See where they mark. It's going to be marked down short of the next line to gain. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, let's go, Knight. Let's go.
Big third down here. 3rd and 1. You don't want to give points to the defense here. If your defense you're thinking about getting a stop here and then going up.
Are we good?
All-Stars on offense here. Rolling to his left now. Starner pump fakes once. Now lets it fly wide open into the end zone. Touchdown. Showtime All-Stars.
It looked like a busted coverage. Like they had one guy against 2, and obviously it's a bad call there for the defense because of miscommunication.
Check the DR Sports Network replay. You see Starner roll, and as you said, kind of a busted coverage. Good job by the receiver to slip behind the defense there to be in no man's land enough for the reception and get those points back. Offense for All-Stars lining up again for their extra point for the 2-point try. Quarterback rolls to his left, checking back towards the middle and throws to the back of the end zone. Goes up, it's caught, then he got a foot in.
He got a foot in. Looked like he got it in. What they call?
But the rule is incomplete.
Oh, I see that.
By the referee, so no extra point is good.
That looked close.
Let's check the DR Sports Network replay. Starner rolling to his left. Looks in the back of the end zone. I think, if anything, he didn't have possession when the foot was in. But very close call there.
Like Tony Romo says, I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim, about that one.
We see, check one more look at it. In the back of the end zone. I don't know.
I don't know, Jim.
Very, very hard to tell. But incomplete is the official ruling. It's going to lead the score at 14-8. Showtime up on the Spartans. The Spartans here have a chance to score and now take the lead as well if they complete their extra point, but see how they successfully get downfield. Quarterback's pass is completed once again. Keep moving the ball forward. That pass was to number 8 of the Spartans. That's Jacob Sunday. Playing on a Saturday so far.
Play on a Saturday, play on a Sunday, but I like that. You got man-to-man. I love the route that he had. He left himself room on the outside to work, stemmed him straight, and then ran an out route. When playing man-to-man, you have that all day.
Quarterback Max Lewandowski staying in as the gunslinger after the successful drive previously that resulted into a touchdown. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Max throws, has a receiver open with the step, but just out of reach, overdoes it. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
In man-to-man, sometimes you get that. There's just a misconnection. He had his guy open. Just kind of misjudged the speed of the receiver because he was trying to throw him open. Where only his guy could get it, lead him to the end zone.
Try to catch him in stride there, but unsuccessful. Big 3rd down now for the Spartans. One thing here on the DR7 circuit, points are rewarded the defense as well. 2 points for a stop, 3 for an interception. But also on the interception, you have a chance to run it back for a pick 6. If you do, you get 6 points with an extra point try.
I would definitely go back to that route combination, route concept. Maybe not this play, but here soon.
Max, the quarterback, throwing. Catch is caught, and that's going to be enough for a Spartan first down.
Yeah, it's a nice route combination there. Obviously the safety is bearing down there. You got to hold on to that football, especially when you transition to tackle football. Great catch by the receiver.
That was completed to number 5, C.J. Houston Jr. of the Spartans for a first down and fresh set ahead for the MFTK.
Hey, get wide, y'all, boys.
Yeah, look like they're still sticking to that man-to-man. Got 2 safeties high. Looks like one's they're at the hash, both at the hash a little bit.
Loaded side to the right of quarterback. He's looking towards the right. Keeps searching. Has a receiver, throws it, it's caught. And that's going to be spotted enough to put the Spartans into the red zone. First down.
I like that throw by the quarterback. Remember, these are 12U quarterback. Nice little back shoulder there. He did have a defender. The defender was bearing down, so he put it where only his guy could get it. So you tell the quarterback he definitely throws with finesse. He's trying to have pinpoint accuracy here, and he's putting the ball where he wants it.
Great job, I'd say, too. Going through his reads, you can tell. Checking down his receivers before he makes his decision. A pretty quick release as well to be able to beat that 4-second call. So first and go now for the Spartans. They're trying to score and have a chance to give them the lead. Quarterback rolling to his left, but there is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. Going to bring up second down.
Got to scout the refs. You know, I told him on the field too. I was like, "You've had more false starts over here than I've seen at any other field." I mean, he's definitely calling it. And a shout out to the ref. Like he said, they have a difficult job, but it seems like they're false starting on his side a lot.
The refs are on it today, and the Spartans want to be able to cash in here without shooting themselves in the foot here. Quarterback rolling to his left. Max looking, goes back across the middle. It's batted away. Incomplete now, a third down ahead for the Spartans.
Yeah, I look on that route concept they had on that bunch. I don't know if it was the best against the defense they were going against, and then the receivers, it felt like they weren't moving at full speed. They didn't get to their spot quickly, allowed the defense to really read the quarterback's eyes on that and bat the ball down.
So about third down once again for the Spartans. About a 3rd and 4 to get into the end zone to walk away with some type of points.
Money down for the defense. That's what you're thinking. Let's get points on our own. Let's stop them here.
Max puts his man in motion from right to left. Takes the snap, looking, throws, passes complete, touchdown. MFTK Spartans, and they tie it up.
Great hands by the receiver. The quarterback kind of threw a little bit behind him, and the defensive back was there. It looked like he got his hand on the football a little bit.
You check on the DR Sports Network replay, puts his man in motion, and finds him coming across the middle to number 15, Luke Murray. MFTK lining up for 1 point, extra point try to take the lead. Coach putting in his final adjustments in before they take the snap. The quarterback Max is taking it from the tee, puts his man in motion. Now he's looking towards his left, finding a receiver, lets it fly, and it's caught.
What a throw.
And now, for the first time, a lead for the Spartans. 15-14 with about 8 minutes to go.
He threw that quarterback threw that ball with confidence, really did. Got to the receiver, great connection there.
All right, we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter. CJ, what'd you see down there on that successful drive for the Spartans to gain the lead?
I mean, the thing, I like what Lewanski is doing. He's battling back after throwing through 2 quick interceptions there, and then overall just battling back. But the main thing right now that I want you guys to focus in, we haven't got a chance to see Kalen Washington. He's lined up right here at the corner. He's been off the field so far, but now he's back on the field. So that's a big boost for MFTK right now, too. So battling back right here in this 12U pool play game, under 7 minutes to go, is going to be a really good finish.
CJ, were you able to find out why he came in so late in the game?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Were you able to find out why he just now checked into the game? Was it something that he was battling through?
It was just an internal matter as far as what was discussed with me. So he's back into the game, and he's going to make an impact when he's in the game for sure.
Pass is completed for the Showtime All-Stars. That was the second play of the drive. Going to bring up a third down here. MFTK Spartans looking to see if they get a stop here and steal some points.
Yeah, if I was the offense, I'd attack the guy who just came in. I know he's one of their best players. He is a taller athlete, so maybe with one of the shiftier athletes, you can have him reach a little bit as a defensive back. You can get him out of leverage.
Quarterback gets his pass, is completed, reaching for the extra point, and he's going to take it all the way, unless he was marked. And do we finally get a whistle from a ref?
Yeah, I thought I heard it, but it wasn't definitive. It didn't sound, you couldn't hear it that well.
So the pass was completed and enough for a first down. So fresh set of downs for the Showtime All-Stars. They get to reset here. Moving pretty quick, no huddle for the All-Stars. Quarterback rolling to his left, now looking right towards the middle. Throws, batted away. Great coverage by the Spartans to cause the incompletion.
I think if the quarterback, he has the 9 route on the outside if he wants it. He rolled out there. He just got to trust himself and throw the ball. He had his guy open.
Second down now for the Showtime All-Stars. And they moved pretty quick earlier in that drive. Got to the snap, to the goal, the line of scrimmage pretty quickly. But after the completion, they're going to regroup now to make sure all their ducks are in line for the next play on second down. Starter looking for the receiver. Pass is completed. Throw quick, but we do have a flag on the field as well.
More laundry. What's the call? Pass interference.
Going to be a pass interference indeed. Move the ball up 5 yards and an automatic first down.
I feel with that one, let him play on that one. I didn't see too much. Again, the referees have a better vantage point than what we have. It looked like on that slant route, they're both fighting for the football there. I felt like that was more of a play on than anything else.
Yep. Looks to me as they were trying to just play through the ball, play to the hands, but just a little bit too much body contact for the referees. Enough to throw the flag, but Starner rolls, fires pretty quickly, pass is caught. He reaches for the pylon. Going to be marked down short of the end zone, but a first and goal for the Showtime All-Stars.
Again, the quarterback on the outside is number one receiver on the outside. On that go route, he has him if he trusts it. He's looking at him like he wants to throw it. The receiver does have some separation. He ended up making the connection there, but if I was the offensive coordinator, I'd say, hey, we have that first initial read there. You might want to go ahead and air it out.
Great look there on the DR Sports Network replay for that completion. Again, threw it only to where his receiver could catch it, using that sideline to his advantage as protection. But first and goal for the All-Stars. Starner looking, has the receiver wide open. Touchdown, All-Stars. They regain the lead.
What a play. Again, both quarterbacks really battling out. They're seeing the field pretty well. Defenses are struggling just a little bit getting the football.
All right, look at the replay here. Yep, on that bunch concept, looks like the defenders just got lost in coverage trying to catch a man. They left the receiver wide open for the completion and the lead.
Yeah, if I'm the offense, I want the defense when I go into that bunch. I want them to go man-to-man because I'm going to cross them up anyway. And for me, I feel like it's very hard to stick with those guys in that bunch in a man-to-man formation. You're going to lose somebody, and someone's going to get loose a little bit.
All right, the Showtime All-Stars lining up for their extra point now, going for 2 as well. Lets it fly. Did he get the catch? And he did.
He caught it. That
was
a great
grab,
catch.
And the extra point is good. 22-15. Showtime All-Stars extend their lead.
Was that a one-hand catch?
I believe so. Falling down. We'll send it to CJ. CJ, what did you see on that amazing catch?
I mean, it was just an amazing catch. We've always seen some big-time ballers in our 12U ranks there, but what about the ball from Starner right there? Really big-time ball from him. These quarterbacks are battling back and forth, man, and like I said, I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Starner, the quarterback for Showtime. So, like I said before, we're going to see how Max delivers with his receivers, but ultimately, man, it's less than 2 minutes, so this is crunch time for the guys.
Yes, indeed. Crunch time for sure. MFTK Spartans trailing now in this one. They got to score here to give a shot at a win or a tie. Quarterback Max taking the snap, throws pretty quickly, and it's completed at number 10, Mason Harrison. Moved the ball forward, And I believe that's going to be a fresh set of downs as well. First down for the Spartans.
Both quarterbacks have really worked themselves well into this game. They're throwing with a lot of confidence. Balls have a lot of zip on it. You can just see them bouncing around a little bit. They're definitely confident athletes right now.
All right, we see number 6, Jumpman, in here. Look out for him, but they're using him as a decoy, going deep out of reach. But they got to move quick. You hear the coaching staff and telling them, get the ball. Time is not on their hands. We're at about under 2 minutes to go. They got to find themselves into the end zone here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to use Jumpman as a decoy anymore. It's time for him to keep on rolling.
Offense lining up once again for the next drive. 30 seconds is the official time rolling left in the game. Pass is caught. Oh, but knocked away at the last second. But a flag on the field. And I'm gonna be honest, Rob, I believe it's gonna be for the contact to the head and neck area as he came in for the deflection.
It will. But again, if I'm the offensive coordinator, it's easy to say it from here. But I'm throwing the ball at Jumpman. Like, they didn't even look his way on that one. I mean, he obviously came in the game late. He's not really in the rhythm. Maybe solo him up a little bit. They put him on a little out and up there. It was a little late developing plays while the quarterback didn't go there, but I'm looking to throw the ball to him.
All right, so as the official time before that snap was 30 seconds, that play finished with zeros on the clock. So a play cannot end on a defensive penalty. So we will have one untimed down to decide the ruling of this game. MFTK Spartans have to score here.
Yeah, I'm saying Jumpman. Like, seriously, it's time now. It's wherever you put him in the slot or outside, like, he's a mismatch wherever he goes. He's a playmaker. We've seen him for a couple tournaments now. I think it's time to put the ball in his hand. Down
7. Score here and either get a decision to go for 1 or for 2. Max is going to roll out to his right, looking for a receiver, searching, lets it fly back of the end zone. Jumpman up and falls short, incomplete, out of reach. And that's going to be the ball game. The Showtime All-Stars get a great win and a close one against the Spartans, 22-15.
What a game! What a game for Showtime winning that game. That's the quarterbacks again. We're all in the rhythm. We're really throwing the football well. You saw great athletes on display, great quarterback play, great catches. We had like 3 or 4 great one-headed catches, diving catches, just catches in traffic. It was just an outstanding day by the offensive players and the defensive players.
I will say one thing that really sticks out that was essentially a deciding factor was that pick 6 that started it all. And you lost by 1 possession. That possession was a possession stolen by the Showtime All-Stars. CJ, we'll sit down to our sideline reporter. CJ, what are your final thoughts on this close one ending?
Yeah, I think overall Showtime put a valid effort in. Unfortunate for MFTK, try to put it in Kalen's hands a little bit too late. Of course, only playing a single half in this, or less than 10 minutes in this game, but ultimately a really good showing out of Starner and the rest of the guys on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball. Total team effort, total team performance overall by Showtime. So that is a team to watch in my consideration for a 12U pool play game. So I really like those guys.
Thank you, CJ. So, with the conclusion of that, Showtime All-Stars are now 2-0 with their last game pending today. They have one more game ahead of them. And, with that, they have a good chance now to solidify them as a 3-0 team.
Yeah, that's a great day. 3-0, they beat a very solid team, and really quarterback play, defense, it was a total team effort. Everyone was really playing well. Those good design plays. I really like how the quarterback was throwing with confidence. Defense obviously was sticky all game long, and this is going to be a team to look out for come Sunday. You beat some of these teams that they've beaten. You feel confident going into it.
All right, well, that's going to be it for the 12U game. Don't go too far. We still have a loaded schedule ahead for you today. 3 more games remaining on our stream. We have the 14U game, which will be the next one at 4:30 between Team Tampa and South Tampa Elite. 15U immediately after that, Apex versus TMS, a DR7 team we get to showcase here on the DR Sports Network. And then our final nightcap at 6:30, Primate versus Underdog. So don't go too far. We still got a lot of football left. That's it for the 12U game. I'm Adam Sandoval, Rob Kaufman, and CJ Gilbert. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.
to anticipate and to react before your opponent does.